All right, we're just waiting to go live. We're just getting all of our social media plugins popping in, making sure everybody sees that we are currently live. Okay. All right, guys. Looks like we are live on our social media platforms. All right, so let's do this. Let me just bring this down for you guys. Just podcast home of your Everything New York Mets. If you guys love our shows, you guys can always tweet, like, and subscribe, and and subscribe to get more of your latest New York Mets news. Today we got a really good show for you guys today. We're gonna wrap up a little bit of the spring. We're going to wrap up a little bit of the spring training. We're not going to take any of your questions today. We are going to go live tomorrow. We're going to be doing a 4-day live stream this week because we're going to be covering all Mets. We're going to be covering spring training. We got a lot of ground to cover with that because we have the website that's really starting to pick up a little bit. So I want to be able to touch a little bit based on that because there are so many questions that you guys had for me in the last podcast, and I want to be able to answer all of those in today's podcast. But however, if you are new to the channel, my name is Anthony. I am a ghost writer. I am a MLB writer, and I also write for the New York Mets, and also a podcaster, and been doing that for quite some time now. We're talking at least it'll be going on 7 years this year. And I think it's a really great, and I definitely enjoy it. But I'm here to give you guys insights of your Mets, talking from a different perspective, talking from a writer standpoint, because a lot of our people and a lot of people, are big fans of this club, and there's so many different perspectives in with sports and so many different perspectives and voices out there. You guys want to hear it from a writer's standpoint. So, coming from a third party standpoint, and I am here to give you guys all that coverage all season long, even with spring training. Now, just so you guys know, we are going to be giving you guys some spring training coverage because that's kind of like the start of today's show. Now, spring training, if you haven't done so yet, and you guys are looking to see spring training games throughout the summer, throughout the spring, if you're looking to it is 31 games. 33 to be exact, but it's 28 live. It's really 25 live on TV. 25 games. It's not the 33 that you see, but if you are going to be at the stadium, you can be able to, see the games live. If you want to watch them on our platform, MetsXMFanZone.org is the ultimate place to be. It is a fantastic sort of great platform to all of our members. You could get spring training absolutely free on sign up. Everybody gets it, whoever joins, even with our grandfathered in members could join and get spring training. This has been I can't believe it because last year we really hit record numbers on our platform, and going into spring training, we had well over 150. Hold on. I wrote it down. About 156,768 new members on our platform. Absolutely amazing. I had to go and check the stats myself. I mean, on this graph here was completely amazing. And we couldn't do it without you guys. And last year in the 2024 season, we really did hit record numbers at 568,000 new members on our platform. And you know what? Everybody was like, what the hell is going on? Why the streams always keep going out? Was because we kept blowing the servers away. So, it was completely a great season back in 2004. Let's continue that in 2025. So, love to hear what you guys have to say on that front, because we're always expanding new things. We're also expanding new channels on our platform. So, if you guys go to the feedback section on our website, you'll be able to see all that news. Our website is really starting to expand now. We're starting to put on there the games. We're going to give you guys a little bit of fan reactions and a little bit more Mets content. Something that you don't really see going out a lot of these platforms out there. Yeah, you get to see it with Netflix. Yeah, you get to see it with Disney Plus and stuff like that. But we're here. We're going to give you guys every Mets game throughout the whole entire season. It will always be live. We'll have Mets games on there. We'll have past games on there. You guys going to see something really cool going into this 2025 season. So expect to see some really cool new features being populated on our platform in weeks to come. So again, if you guys would like to sign up, you guys can do that by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. We give you no TV providers, no pop-ups, no advertisements, no blockouts. No blackout games. You actually get those blackout games with us. And whatever game the Mets are on, like Apple TV or Amazon, or if they're on another platform, you guys get every one of those feeds. So don't miss out on it, because if you miss out on it, then you'll never be able to get that opportunity again. So make sure that you guys do go and check that out by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. I think you guys would definitely like the product. Guys could go check it out. It's $12 a month, $12.99 a month, and you're getting every stream. And plus, with the advantage of the $12.99 a month monthly membership, you get all those greatest key features, and plus VPN secured live streams with no one, and I mean no one, gets it better than we do. So guys, go and check it out today. So enough with that. Let's get into today's Mets content. Again, if you guys are brand new to the channel, my name's Anthony. You're here on the MetsXM FanZone Live Podcast, home of your every Mets. So let's get into today's live stream. Again, if you're new, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, share, like, and so that way you hear our live shows. We go every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We go live normally at 6 p.m. We also go live at 7 a.m. We do our early morning show at 7, and then we do our nightly show at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's get into the podcast today. Now, again, if you guys are going to see some games down in spring training, Mets pitchers and catchers do report as of Wednesday. Wednesday, they kind of officially being reported, but almost everybody down here in spring is pretty much here at this point. You got Tyler McGill that's down here, Edwin Diaz down here, you got Alvarez down here, you got a lot of the guys. Pete Alonso is now officially down here. Was able to see him early this morning. Got a little interview with him. With Pete, was able to talk with him. Really nice small chat. was able to find out, what he's looking forward to in 2025. I mean, quote unquote, to Pete, said he's gonna have his best year. He's really looking forward to that. So I do think that officially having Pete Alonso back was really exciting, to say the least, because as much as you need depth in that as much as you need depth into that starting rotation and that lineup. I mean, it really gives good depth with Pete Alonso and Juan Soto there now, and I mean getting some of the new additions like Jose Siri and other guys, being back there like Tyrone Taylor, Francisco Lindor. Then you got Alvarez. I mean, and then you got some nice rookies that you'll be able to see this year. So I mean, in all perspective, I think that the Mets really have what it takes to really move forward. But I mean, do they really have that shot? I honestly do believe that because of that rotation and how the rotation could really have a good step up going into the 25 with the extra additions with Jose Siri and Juan Soto and and all of these great moves, like the pitchers that we ended up getting, like Cannon. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. And I mean, having Senga, I really love seeing him. Hopefully, he'll get nice and healthy, ready to go for spring training. He's right now down here being conditioned and being trained right now. So they're saying that he should be ready to go for spring training games. They really want him. They want Senga to start pitching, so they're probably not going to go full deep into innings starting off spring training games. But they're saying that they want to go at least 4.5 innings strong with Senga. So I definitely could see a good transitioning in Kodai Senga to really start having good positive approaches at the plate. So, and having really good pitching sequencing as well. So if he could really land that ghost pitch, having a good slider, having a good curveball, I really do think that Kodai Senga could definitely be a guy to watch out for in 25, because then he could really come back and really start being the Kodai Senga that we all knew going into the first season of him being here. So I'm really looking forward and seeing what he could do and getting to step up. And then same would go with Cannon, and really the same to go with all of our other pitchers. With David Peterson, I think had a really good 24 season. I mean, he really stepped up, to say the least, next to Tyler Miguel. I mean, was a complete disaster. I mean, I don't know where they're gonna go with Tyler McGill. I mean, I think David Peterson really earned his spot. He's probably gonna be the odd man out. Next to all the new additions that the Mets have on this team. So, and then picking up some, guys and re-signing guys like Stanek. So, I mean, do the Mets have what it takes to really hold that starting rotation? Do they have what it takes to really hold that bullpen? I mean, they really filled out that bullpen very nicely. Do I think there's a lot of depth with the starting rotation? I think it very well could be. I know that there are a lot of guys ready to go for spring, and we're going to see a lot of them, getting out there. You probably see Mike Vassell it's spring also as well. You're probably going to see Peter Sachs Peter Staggs going on in the bullpen. And then a lot of other arms, to say the least, for the 25 season. So I really do think that this team could really step up in a lot of ways, and I think there's going to be so many different faces that you guys going to see. It's spring training this year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the biggest moves in spring training this year. Now let's move on to another topic, which is a very big talk in the offseason, talking with Juan Soto, but let's talk with future developments that, could be potentially coming here in the near future. And those are, the biggest question is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What is the deal? What do we know? Do we have some sort of projection on if he's going to land with the New York Mets? I will tell you guys one thing. Getting these transcripts, and from what we are hearing, that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. could be. Now, there are two outcomes that could happen here in 25. One, Pete Alonso has a very good season, goes to free agency. Mets let him go. Mets pick up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That could be one scenario. Another scenario, that Pete Alonso has a crappy season or plays the regular season that he did in 24 and then repeats that. Mets pick up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. anyway, but will they pick him up at the trade deadline? That could be another move to be in place here. So if the Mets are going to look into their future, or if they are right in a good position at the trade deadline, then we could possibly see Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming in to the New York Mets. So they could probably have some sort of trade there. Now everybody talks about what sort of trade could possibly, put the Mets over that top. What type of players will they release? Who would they put into that mix? And there are two guys I would honestly put into that mix. Maybe Tyrone Taylor, or if Tyrone Taylor has a good season, or if Jose Siri has a good season, or maybe Sterling Marte has a good season. These are three potential guys that could be put onto the trade to bring in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, again, it's an impossible possibility, but it's something that could very well happen. We don't know what the outcome would look like, but that could be a possibility. And I know with talking to a lot of Met officials on this, talking to quite a sourcing on this as well, and really starting to do some, in-depth reporting, I think that what I'm hearing is that the New York Mets could bring him in at the trade deadline if the Mets play good. So that could be a possible radar move for the New York Mets. Now, let's give you guys a little bit of an update on the spring training. So we all know that pitchers and catchers report on Wednesday. Then the week prior, the week after that, the Mets report on the 20th. No, I'm sorry. No, they report on the 18th, and then a spring training game would happen on the 22nd. So there might be a couple of games. We don't have I have the official transcript here from what they're hearing that they might push it back a little bit more. We still have an unofficial wording, but they're saying that they might push it until the 24th to 25th on the workouts. So we don't have, I don't know until tomorrow. We'll find out a little bit more on that, but that is in the works to find out a little bit more on it. And then let's talk on a recent news that we are hearing that the Mets could potentially in trading Sterling Marte. This was something that the Mets are planning on thinking on. We don't know on what the status looks like, but from what I was hearing in part of some Met officials and coming from some real good source and reporting, that the Mets are planning on looking to let Marte go. This could be a big trade, to say the least. Uh, we do again. It's still unclear if this is going to be an official move, but from what we know as of right now, that this could be a put up for grabs sort of thing. If the Mets could get cash compensation, or if the Mets are looking to get some players out of this deal. So I mean, this is something that the Mets are really just kind of looking around the playing their options, but Marte is on that point. Brett Beatty is on that outlook also as well. And we also are hearing that Ronnie Mauricio might be put onto that look as well. So these are three potential guys that are possibly the Mets want to move on from. We don't know just yet. It's still unclear on this reporting. But we will know once spring training starts to, heat up a little bit more. We'll keep you guys a little bit on the update on that. Then let's go into the top prospects, which I always love talking about. Now, prospects in the Mets farm system, there are a lot of them. I think there's going to be a lot of these prospects being played here in spring training. We have about 35 to 38 top prospects being played for spring training. They are going to be reporting as of tomorrow, from what we're hearing, coming down to spring training. And you guys will definitely, be able to take some pictures and some, autographs when your stay here at Port St. Lucie. And then let's talk a little bit on some Pete Alonso news. So obviously, you guys know that Pete Alonso signed to a 2-year, $54 million. What's going to be the downside? What are we going to see out of him? Is he going to be playing every day? So here is the kind of scoop that we are hearing with Carlos Mendoza. We're hearing that Carlos Mendoza would like to give Pete Alonso some days off this year. We are seeing right now in training sessions with Brett Beatty playing first base. And it has been reported that Mark Vientos will be playing third base for the 2025 season. So he is being conditioned to play third base as an everyday player. So we have an official wording on that. Brett Beatty is kind of, working with Pete Alonso to have at first base. So that's kind of one of the biggest scoops on this, because you might see Brett Beatty there a lot on first base, which could be a potential of having Pete Alonso off on the bench, just to be a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more conditioned. From what I know, talking with Carlos Mendoza, he said that which could be potential in having Pete coming off the bench. He doesn't really want to have him on the field because he wants him to get much rest on throughout the season, so that way he could be a little bit more conditioned. Pete has been hitting the gym a lot, so for what we know of, Pete is trying to get a little bit more conditioned, a little bit more seasoned. We will see Pete playing first base in the start of spring training games, so we'll keep everybody, updated on how he is being conditioned down here right now. But he is getting ready to start ready for his workouts. And you guys will see Pete Alonso on the field and probably in the upcoming week or so. So expect to see Pete Alonso in spring training. Now, also on our last podcast, I said that potential of not seeing so many of Juan Soto's starts at spring. You guys, if you're coming down to spring training and you're watching spring training games, yes, it has been official that Juan Soto will be playing games here in Port St. Lucie. Yes, this is some news that the Mets want. They said they want him to go out there and play, not to have him sit on the sidelines. Even though he is a big risk, that's 765 million reasons why for 15 years. So the Mets want to be cautious, but they want to bring him out there so that way he can get a little bit more season. So we are hearing that Juan Soto will be in the stadiums. So if you guys are going to go to the stadium for spring, expect to see some moves being placed on that. If you guys want to bring some balls or gloves or hats to get signed by him, he will be playing in all spring training. Well, they're saying in half of the spring training games, not all, but from the beginning of spring, he will be doing his workouts and he will be going into batting sessions. So we are hearing that to be also put into the loops. Now, that's all the news that we have for you guys today. Now, if you would like to check out all of our latest articles, all of our latest blogs, all of our latest live streams, you guys can check it out by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. It gives you the best, most ultimate live destination for your Met live streams. We were ranked number 24 on the live stream platform, and we were ranked number 1 on the Google platform last year in 2024. We ranked into the sports streaming category, which, again, big achievement. Big goal. That was something that we looked forward to in 2024. But in 2025, we want to keep that going. So if you guys would like to check out our platform, you guys can do that by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. We have an app. You can download the app when you become a member of our platform. It is $12.99 monthly. You get spring training absolutely free. You get VPN secured live streams. You get no pop-ups, no advertisements, no TV providers. You get a 24/7 stream access of the SNY network, and plus 24/7 of Met games. You'll be able to see the Met games throughout the whole entire season without any hassles, without any interruptions, and without any TV providers. And you guys can check out all that on our website by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. You'll see all of the breaking news on there, all of our live streams, all of the Mets content, and much more. And you guys can chat with us live when we go live on our live streaming shows, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We go live at 7 a.m. and we also go live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here at Port St. Lucie here in Florida. I am Anthony, and we want to give you guys all of your best live streams, news feeds, and much, much more. I would love to thank you guys for the live stream today. You guys have been amazing. Love the comments. Keep the comments going. We will be going live tomorrow at 7 a.m. We're going to be taking some of your Q&As. We're going to be chatting with all of our fans, getting all the insights, giving you guys all the latest news, and much, much more. But if you guys would like to see that, make sure that you share, like, follow, and subscribe. We go live on all major platforms. And plus, you want to get all your Mets merch, you guys can check us out by going to MetsXMFanZone.org/shop. You could also go on to all your streaming platforms like Macari, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And all you have to do is type in SPM Apparels, and you'll get all your Mets merch for as little as less than all of the other competitors out there. So you guys can check that out today by going onto our website at MetsXMFanZone.org. All the news is in our website. All the links are provided here in our live stream, and you guys could get all of that by a click on your phones, and also all of your devices, by the way. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Be safe, be well, and we'll see you guys tomorrow right here back on the MetsXM FanZone Podcast. I'm your boy, Anthony, and we'll see you guys soon.